drove to get lunch because like I'm 16, so I can drive.
Wow. So where'd you go
And
get?
then I came home and did schoolwork.
Nah. Where did you go to get lunch? Did you go like to Little Rock or did you go around here?
I went to Scotty Ray's.
Ah, cool.
Yeah, and then there was like just a parade outside my door. That was pretty cool.
Well, that is cool.
Yeah.
So, anybody else? What did you guys do today? Anybody want to share?
I'm just going to go ahead and take my turn if you do not mind.
I
Is
do
that okay?
mind. Go ahead.
Okay. Oh, I thought you were serious. I was like, oh, no. Anywho's, I was part of the parade. We got to go say hey to Isaac, and we were all just screaming at him and honking at him, and it was really great, but feel really bad for him because I'm just thinking quarantine, and I'm ready for the quarantine to be over because I've been sitting in a bedroom doing homework all day, and I'm about to lose my mind, y'all. Like,
Why are we seeing like from your nose up? I mean, this is what we're seeing. We're literally seeing this. This is what we're seeing in a sonic straw. That's all we're seeing. We don't know really who you are, okay? I'm just putting that out there. No response. Okay. So here's the deal. Isaac, do you want to play a game since it's your birthday for a fabulous prize?
Sounds good.
Okay, I need somebody that wants to go against Isaac and play this game. And everybody else
I got this, Brandon.
Oh my goodness, it's Hannah. Hannah is going to check.
Yes.
Okay, so it's Hannah versus Isaac. So I'm going to show you guys what we're going to play here. We're going to play a game called So You Think You Can Homeschool, okay? Which is what everybody is. If you've ever made fun of homeschoolers, this is God's way of laughing at you right now and saying, all of you now are homeschoolers. And so I'm going to show you guys how to play this game. At least I'm going to try very hard. Okay, it says, so you're home from school. Let's see how smart you really are. Take this trivia quiz and see how much you actually know. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to stop sharing for a second. So here's what's going to happen. The first one of you to get 3 of these correct wins, okay? And they're trivia. I don't want you to cheat. I don't want you to look on your phone or tablet or whatever. I want you to just guess at it if you don't know, unless you know it. Guess at it. Now, here's the thing. If you guys are watching, if you all cheat and blurt out the answer, nobody gets a point. So keep it to yourself. Even though some of you are going to be like, I totally know the answer to this. All right. Who wants to go first? Hannah or Isaac? What do you think?
Hannah.
Isaac.
Okay, ladies go first. Hannah, you're going to go first. So go back to the screen and share it real quick. All right.
I don't know why my heart sounded so bad. Oh my gosh.
Say that what?
I don't know why. Like I'm actually kind of nervous.
All right.
Ooh.
So here's the first question. When is an atom stable? Is it?
Oh, I know this.
Okay, what is it? What is the answer then?
Isn't it? Oh, wait. I'm starting to doubt myself. Isn't it B?
Okay, you're going to say an atom is stable when it has the same amount of electrons as protons. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Is that your final answer?
Oh yeah.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just.
Gosh. Oh, now I'm nervous.
Okay. What are you going to say? I need to know.
B.
Okay, you're going to go with B. The correct answer is it's A. It's A when it has a full outer orbit. All right, Isaac, you are up. Are you ready to go?
Yes, sir.
All right, here's your question. Who was the 28th president of the United States of America? Was it A, Calvin Coolidge, B, Woodrow Wilson, C, Herbert Hoover, or D, Theodore Roosevelt? Don't blurt it out, everybody, if you know it. Keep quiet. You may be unmuted and you can't get a point. Isaac, what you think? Without Googling, who was the 28th president? You have a 25% chance. Come
D.
On. Huh?
I think it's D.
D. D as in dog. That's what you said, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. The correct answer is B, Woodrow Wilson. So far, nobody's scored. Hannah, here you go. You're,
All right.
what is the largest city in Canada? Is it A, Vancouver, B, Calgary, C, Montreal, or D, Toronto? The largest.
Is it okay? Is it okay if I ask my sister? She's in the room with me.
Is that
No.
What?
Go ahead. How would she know?
I don't know. She's pretty smart for her age.
Canadian? How does she know? All right.
I don't
Go
know.
ahead, take your guess.
Ava, do you know what the largest city in Canada is?
Gosh. If Ava knows,
I'm just
go ahead.
gonna guess D.
D is your final answer?
Yeah.
It is correct. You have a point.
Yes.
All right, Isaac.
Yeah.
Isaac, here we go. 1 cup equals how many ounces? 4, 8, 10, or 12? Isaac's looking around going, what am I going to do?
Isaac, really?
It's on the ACT, Isaac. I'm just saying. It's totally on the ACT. Hey, everybody watching, without saying anything or texting anything, because I see you guys texting answers. Stop doing it. Raise your hand in the app if you know the answer to this. I'm just curious how many of you know it. All right, I'm seeing hands pop up. Okay, look at those hands. All right, Isaac, give me your best guess if you don't know.
8.
Isaac. Yeah.
You're gonna say A, 4 ounces, but the
Oh, no. I said
Oh,
B.
you said A, I thought.
I said 8.
Okay, did he say 8? You guys tell me.
He said A. He said A.
I said 8.
He said
What?
A. I heard A.
My parents is witness.
I
Oh
heard
no! Okay, get your parents on to verify. Get them to get on the screen to verify. I do not believe you.
A. He said A.
I think he said 8.
I heard A.
Like the number
I heard
8.
All right, Rebecca. All right, Mom.
I
What did
heard
he say?
He said 8.
No, guys, why are you
Okay, what did he
backing up?
say?
You should let me win.
I didn't hear what he said, but I will say he's cooking like every other meal for
He
me,
said
so if
8.
he doesn't know the answer to it, he should.
He said
Okay,
he
all
said
right,
A.
okay. Everybody mute yourself for a second, except for Isaac and Hannah.
He said,
Y'all were saying he said 8. I'm going to be gracious. Give him the
Guys,
1-to-1. Okay, it's 1-to-1.
guys.
All right, Hannah, here we go.
All right.
The words the, and a are known as what English grammar? Adverbs, pronouns,
I know
clauses,
this.
articles.
I know this.
Hey, y'all,
Miss,
make sure you've muted. I hear a bunch of y'all talking. Mute yourself.
I know this.
All right,
Miss Paulette has gotten on to me so many times for getting this wrong. It is
You know
D,
what?
articles.
grammar guy here knows. English is my jam, I promise.
D. I'm guessing articles. D.
Somebody's
Articles.
Googling. You got
Yes.
it. 2-to-1. 2-to-1. All right, Isaac, stay in this game. Here's your question. What is the capital of Finland? Is it Turku, Oulu, Helsinki, or Tampere? I don't speak Finnish or whatever the language is of Finland.
Isaac, I'll give you a hint. It's Little Rock.
C.
You said what letter? Spell it with your hand. You said C? Okay, there you go. You got it.
What?
2-to-2.
How do you know this?
Okay, Hannah,
Oh,
this next
Yeah.
one, get this next one,
gosh.
you win, okay?
I win. Oh.
All right? All right, here we go. What is the primary function of leaves? Is it A, to provide shade and protection, B, to provide food for insects, C,
Ooh.
light as possible, or D, to get rid of excess water that enters through the roots?
I need to consult this through my sister. Ava, come here.
How old is your sister?
She's 9, right? You're 9.
She's 28
Yeah,
with
she's
a
9.
degree in chemistry or biology. or
Okay,
whatever.
so do you know what the primary function of leaves is?
Gosh, why are you asking her this?
Because she might know. Sometimes I get stuff wrong, and sometimes she gets it right.
Okay,
so.
you've got about 5 seconds, and then I'm
Oh,
reveal the answer.
just A, B, C, or D.
Okay,
Time's up.
D. I'm gonna guess D. That's it.
D as in dog. The correct
Yeah.
answer is C together.
Ah!
That is possible. So, birthday boy has a shot of winning this game.
Isaac, get it wrong.
Okay, Isaac.
Isaac, please let me have this.
Organ in the human body is it A, liver, B, lungs, C, and D, intestines? For the win, Isaac.
I know.
Going to say it is C.
No.
If he's
Isaac,
right,
please,
he
Isaac.
wins. If he's wrong, the
Isaac.
game continues. Survey says,
Yes.
bingo, he is correct.
No.
So, Isaac,
Can I go for a tie?
Isaac, you win. You win. Congratulations. Everybody, unmute yourself and give Isaac some applause. That's good stuff.
I'm so proud.
Some of y'all look like you're making it rain. That doesn't even look like. Oh my gosh. All right. Don't even ask what that means. Okay. Let's see. What do we got next, Brandon? Let's see. Y'all, when you're lonely, you talk to yourself. I'm just telling you that. So I want to put up a verse for you guys, if possible. If I can get this to work. There we go. All right, here's our memory verse for the week. I bet there's stuff all over it, isn't it? Can y'all see stuff? There's like stuff covering it left and right. So can I get somebody to read this verse out loud? Who wants to do it? Nobody wants to read God's word. This is great. Okay. Anybody want to read it?
I've got you. I got you.
All right. Read it
I thought
out
we were
loud.
raising hands.
That's okay.
I did too, but then I was just like, I got you. Okay, so Philippians 4:6. Don't
Yep.
worry about anything.
Okay. I
You
won't.
want to keep going?
No. Please keep going because I'm probably worried you won't finish.
Oh gosh. Okay, don't worry about anything. Instead, pray about everything. Tell God what you need and thank Him for all He has done.
All right. And if you would go on and read the next verse, which you don't have in front of you, it says, the peace of God that passes all understanding will guard your hearts and minds in Christ Jesus. Boom. So there you go. That is our memory verse for the week. We spun the wheel Sunday night, and that's what it landed on. And so I challenge you guys to, that's a great verse to remember, especially with our future so uncertain and things so kind of up in the air for everybody, honestly. Trying to, there we go. Stop share. There we go. So, okay. Trying to get all my ducks in a row, y'all. Quacking. Okay. I don't have a ton of questions tonight. So here's I guess my biggest question that I've got. Did you guys actually get to watch the video? I know some of you probably did, and some of you probably didn't. But did anybody watch? Has anybody not seen the video? Just physically raise your hand. You don't have to do it in the app. Anybody not seen the video? Okay, I'm just getting a poll here. I see 1, 2. The link that I sent you guys through Remind, if you click on it when we're done here, you can watch it. It's not very long, and you'll kind of pick up on the gist of things for sure. I'm looking at the next page. Boy, shout out to Anna Grace. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm just looking at. I see Miss Becky Holland. I see Andrew McCombs and Jack and Ava Claire and Tucker and Scholar. Awesome. Thanks for joining. Dawson Miller, Reese. Very cool. All right. So here's the deal. The story is about the two thieves on either side of Jesus. One scoffed at him and said, if you're really God's son, get us off the cross. The other said, hey, we deserve to be here. And he said, Jesus, remember me. And, we deserve to be here because we're thieves. Jesus doesn't. Remember me when, you come into your kingdom. And Jesus said, today you'll be with me in paradise. And so the message was all about the two different thieves, and they kind of represent two different responses to God. Okay? They both saw the same things, yet they had two different responses. And so in light of that, I just want to put a few questions up and let you guys do a lot of talking instead of me. So I'll randomly pick a question here if possible, and we'll see what we got. You guys see that okay? All right. Here we go. So question number one. All right. Question number one, for those of you that actually saw the message, this is a question for you. Some of you that have never talked, this is a good time to talk. What was the biggest thing you got from tonight's message? What's the biggest thing you got from tonight's message? Raise your hand in the app and I will call on you. Anybody, what is the biggest thing you got out of tonight's message? And an adult, if you guys watched it, you can talk as well. But I need somebody to answer this. Come on, work with me. All right, so Tori, biggest thing you got from tonight's message?
Okay, mine. You have to mute yours, bro. Mine was how he didn't realize his own sin, because a lot of times we'll do something and we're like, okay, it's not that bad. But then you go back and you look at it and it's like, that's not what God would have wanted. And like you said in the lesson, it's like without a clear understanding that you're a sinner, you're never saved. And so that's something that you actually have to realize and you have to know, because if not, you'll never get saved. And that was my biggest takeaway from the message.
Thanks for watching and thanks for paying attention. That's a really good point. And I think it's, really important. If we don't know that we have a problem, why do we need God? And the reality is, it's obvious we have a problem. Things aren't right in the world. If things are right in the world, we would not be having, social distancing right now and people, some of whom we know, dying of something like this. We live in a messed up world. And we also have not good lives. I mean, we have good things in our lives, I would like to think, but our lives aren't quite right either. Aurora, you raised your hand. Did you want to say anything, or is that something else? You want to talk?
Okay, so what I got out the most was
Yes, so Tori will have to turn her volume, not just our speaker volume. All right, go ahead.
okay, so what I got out of it was most that there were thieves that actually did accept him. Not have to do anything, just say that he was wrong and he knew that he did it. What he did was wrong.
Okay.
He was able to go to heaven from that.
Okay. Anybody else want to add anything? What was the biggest thing you got out of tonight's message if you actually watched it or were able to watch it? Anybody else want to add anything? All right. Jesse Blevins.
There we go. So I just really love hearing this part of Christ's story, because it's just a reminder that it truly is only through Jesus where salvation is formed. Because I know quite a few different people from other denominations that believe that you have to be baptized in order to go to heaven. But then I always like to reiterate this story of the thief on the cross, and they say, well, that was different. And I ask them how, and a lot of these people aren't really able to answer that. And so it's just a good reminder that we know that Jesus is the only way, which it says it multiple times in the Bible, of course, but just seeing from his story before he died, I just it's just a good reminder for us that we know that it's only through Jesus that we can be saved. So
yeah, it's like a preacher told me, Jesus plus nothing equals salvation, for sure. All right, let's look at another question from tonight's lesson. And all right, somebody tell me, what is a scoffer? Because one of these thieves were a scoffer. The thief scoffed at Jesus. What in the world does that mean? That's important to understand, because that's not a word we use a lot. But yet, I promise you've seen this. Maybe you've even done this. I know I have. When I didn't know the Lord, I definitely scoffed at God and things of God. So somebody give me your best definition. Brian, Todd, or Parker, I don't know which one. What is a scoffer?
It's like when you make fun of Jesus, or like just flat out ignore him and let him do. Like just go out of the way without even saying.
Okay. Dawson, what is a scoffer?
It's someone who will mock. It's someone who will mock or calls out someone. Like say you go out like and you have like a big public speaking thing, and you're like, this is best for the community, and then behind your back, people say and like sit there and mock you and make you look bad, and they'll call you out, and that's what a scoffer is.
Yeah, and that's a good point, Dawson. This is important. You guys understand. If you're ever going to be a leader, get ready. You're going to have scoffers, critics. Okay, it's just part of it. But when it comes to God, it's really easy to scoff. MC, what do you want to add?
Okay, what I was thinking, like, this may not be the definition of a scoffer, but just a way that I see kind of teenagers being scoffers is making the Lord seem uncool, making like being a believer seem uncool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's how I see it, like day to day.
Okay. Anna Estes, what's a scoffer?
So when I imagine scoffers, the definition doesn't come to my mind first. The first thing that comes to my mind when I think of a scoffer is like people that go like you know those people, they make that one sound and then they're like they say something mean, like they're so dumb, or like that person really, they just make that sound.
Are you getting scoffers and cougars confused? Like they're
no, like they're not hacking, but they're like they're like
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
All right, Reese Owens, what is your definition of a scoffer?
So have I what?
Have you seen? Do you see scoffing in your students your age, people your generation?
Okay, so I really like what MC said. I think one thing personally that I see within students is not necessarily scoffing at Jesus or like different things, but parents, when they don't let you do what you want to do, or they don't let you go to that friend's house, you're like, whatever, and you just like storm away, and you just like, why do they have to do that? That's not cool. They're not good parents, all this and that. And it's when you're mad and you make a big deal out of something that's not, and you exaggerate it and make it just, this is just not fair and not cool. And I feel like that's one way that I see it within students and a lot of the people that I talk to within their lives. And it's not necessarily scoffing at Jesus, but that's just an example, a realistic example. And then non-believers will scoff at Jesus and the idea of him, and they'll be like, you're wrong for this, like he's not good, he's not like that, stuff like that.
Okay.
Food for thought.
All right, here's another question. Let's take a look. We're almost done here. All right, I mentioned this in the message, that even if you didn't watch it, it's still important to talk about. What does Golgotha mean, or Golgotha, and what is its significance? And to give you a hint, look at the icon, all right? That's just perfect for you. What does Golgotha mean, and why? What is it? Why is it important? And I mentioned it in the message. Anybody? Aurora, what does Golgotha mean? Golgotha.
Well, Golgotha means skull.
Means skull, yep. So if I say to somebody, hey, you got your thick skull that you're talking about in Golgotha, like, anybody know why? So Golgotha means skull, and it said Jesus was crucified on Golgotha. So what in the world does that mean? Anybody know the story about that? Fun fact kind of thing. Ava Claire?
I know that it's called that because the hill that Jesus died on is shaped like a skull.
That is correct. Yeah, and they think they know where it is. In fact, you can look at pictures. You can Google this later. From the distance where you saw the hill, and I guess I should have looked it up and showed it to you. You can see the eyes and you can see the nose, and I mean, it's weird, like little inlets. And it was a very public place where Jesus was crucified, and the Roman government did that on purpose because they wanted to make an example of criminals. They wanted to deter being a criminal, being a thief, or whatever you did, and so they crucified you in a very public place. It would be like being crucified on the side of an interstate on a mountain, but yeah, we're flying by 80 miles an hour on an interstate. Sorry, Brad. you know, and that day you were walking or you were on a donkey, so you were much slower. You had more time to look and realize, wow, there's people are being murdered. I better not break any laws here. So anyway, I just thought I would share that. I thought that was important to know. You know, it's one of those things. Anyway, all right, we're down to 3 questions. Let's see the next one real quick. All right, how are the 2 thieves the same and how are they different? Because I talked about 2 different thieves. How are they the same and how are they different? What do they have in common and then how are they different? Anybody want to tackle that? Somebody maybe that hasn't spoken yet. But Satori, you're up. Go ahead.
Okay, so both of the thieves were obviously thieves. They had done things that they weren't supposed to, but one of the thieves, they accepted Jesus and he asked for Jesus to come into his heart. He asked for Jesus to save him, but the other thief, he scoffed at Jesus and he didn't want to be saved. And he wanted to get out of his circumstances that he was put into, that he got himself into, but he didn't want Jesus in his heart, whereas the other thief wanted Jesus in his heart and he wanted to be saved and he wanted to go with Jesus.
Yeah, it's amazing. I've always thought of the differences in the thieves every time I think of the story. But what struck me this time in preparing the message was not so much the differences where they ended up, but how they were the same. They both had committed, maybe they didn't commit the crime together, but they had both had a life of crime. And we don't know, again, did they murder people, rape people, steal from people? We don't. It was bad enough where they felt like they had to be, the Roman government wanted to crucify them. And then they had the same perspective. They saw everything. They saw Jesus being died on the cross. They heard the crowd's reaction towards Jesus. They saw Jesus' reaction to the crowd. Father, forgive them. They don't know what they're doing. Yet their response was completely different. One was almost with a little bit of contempt and selfishness, and the other one was admission. I'm guilty and I need help. It's definitely different. Yeah, pretty cool stuff there. All right. 2 more questions. All right. What are your plans for Easter this Sunday? I know we can't do a whole lot. Anybody want to share what you're going to do this Sunday for Easter? Hannah Estes, what are you going to do for Easter this Sunday?
So what we're going to be doing for Easter, since we can't really meet up with family, with a lot of our family, I'm probably just going to go over to my grandmother's house with my mom and my sister. My grandmother already said, Hannah, you're going to have to help me connect my phone to the TV so we can watch the Sunday service. And with my dad, we're going to be, he's going to go get a steak, I believe, and cook some shrimp for me and my sister, because that's the only kind of seafood my sister likes. And then we're just going to have a small Easter hunt there with me and my sister and my dad.
All right. Hey, something that you guys need to know about. If you guys can look here where it says Facebook Watch, that app, if you've got a smart TV, you can download that app and watch directly on that without your phone. If you've got one of those internet TV, smart TV, you can look at that app and actually just type in the name of First Baptist Church Whitehall, and it'll pop up. You can check that out. Lindsay Spurlin, what are you guys doing for Easter?
Yeah, I was trying to unmute myself. We're gonna stay home and watch church, and I hope I get a dog.
What?
I hope I get a dog.
I got 2. No? Okay. Actually, Zeus is like a dog and a cat combined. Anyway, Reese, what are you doing for Easter?
Gage, mute yourself, por favor. Number 1. Number 2, for Easter, so I am going to my Nana's. We always do a little cook-off thing.
like where we all cook food. And what? Okay, calm down. My mom wants me to tell everybody that there's only 4 people. We are social distancing. Anyways, but it's gonna be my mom, my nana, granddad, and me. And so we all have been in quarantine, so we're all safe, and we're having our family traditional meal. We're gonna watch church and just have a good time. We don't really do Easter eggs or anything like that. So yeah, that's my Easter.
All right. Isabella Lunsford says on the message she's going to eat birthday cake for Easter and watch church since her birthday is Saturday. Happy birthday, Isabella. All right. Yeah, no Easter eggs. Thank you, Ava Claire, for saying Zeus is a cute puppy. If you peed on all your stuff like he does mine, you wouldn't think that. Just saying. And
Isabella and Isaac's birthday.
Oh, it is Isaac's birthday. That is true because they are twins and I am slow. Yes. All right. All right. Very cool. Hey, before I share a quick prayer request before we go, there are a lot of really awesome adults that have joined us tonight. Several life group leaders have. I wanted to just, especially if you haven't said anything, any of you life group leaders want to say anything to anybody, any of you students, or just, let us know how we can pray for you. I don't know. Anybody want to talk? I'm giving you the floor. We're pretty much done at this point. I just want to pray about something pretty serious before we go. Anybody want to say anything? Jesse?
I just want to say that I love Zoom. I miss everybody. I can't wait till we're all back together, and it's good to be able to at least see some of your faces on Zoom. And Steve Hornbeck, how are you doing that with your camera?
What is Steve doing with his camera? I haven't been able to see.
He's got some little fun. I'm not sure. He's got Kathy, and I'm really not sure what that is.
Are they showing like their cameras to each other and creating an zooms? Is that what they're doing?
Yeah, Kathy's like floating above his head.
Okay, hang on a second. I've got to find this. I'm looking at. Oh, Kathy is the background.
Actually, Golgotha is the background.
Oh my goodness! Look at
y'all.
We are at the place of
we
the
found
soul.
we found Golgotha. So
hey, hey, y'all talk again and everybody can see. It'll pop up.
We found Golgotha, so we decided to download it as a background. So
That's
we're at
cool.
Golgotha. Hi
Hey.
from Golgotha, everybody.
Is there any way, Steve, you can make your head merge in with Golgotha, kind of in a creepy way, kind of like right in this area?
I'm leaving the picture.
Let's see.
I know he's gonna do it. Oh my gosh. Oh, I love technology.
How do I mute this or mute it back?
I can mute you if you need me to. It doesn't matter. Jesse Blevins, what do you want to say?
Okay, well, first of all, I have never heard anyone call it Golgotha. So that's weird. I've always heard it called Golgotha. You must be one of those people that say bio instead of bayou. But anyways, I just wanted to remind the students that we're starting a Bible study tomorrow at 7 p.m. And if anyone's interested, please let me know, and I'll get you in on our group meet chat. But other than that, kind of echoing off of Miss Sherry, it's like I love Zoom. It's awesome getting to see all of y'all. I'm the extrovert of the family, so it's not fun for me but it's just really good getting to see you guys on here and just having us enjoy the Lord together in fellowship. So, yeah, good stuff.
Awesome. Yeah, I do pronounce it bio. I do. Everybody in Southeast Arkansas calls it bio. And it's not right, and I know it. That's what everybody calls it.
I thought it was Bayou.
It is Bayou. But everybody where I grew up on Bayou Bartholomew, and that's what they call it, Bayou. They don't call it Bayou, which that's the right way to say it. I understand.
It's by, like by meter.
It depends on which bio you're talking about.
Like
Well,
hello,
I mean,
you got Biomeda, but then you've got Bayou Bartholomew. So it depends on which one you're talking about.
Everybody in Portland and Montrose call it Bayou Bartholomew. I grew up hearing it as a little boy. So it just kind of stuck. Hey, is it Philemon or Philemon? That's all I'm going to say. If you're Jamaican, it's Philemon.
Well, I guess I can't really say much because where I'm from in Southeast Louisiana, we can't even spell the word go. So
That is true.
With a grain of salt.
That is true. Hey, just I need to share with you guys. Maybe you saw me post this yesterday. I'll go ahead and share this page here. There we go. I don't know. Can you guys see? Can y'all see Stuart right here? Some of you guys that have been to big stuff, I know about Stuart Hall. He was our camp pastor for several years. There are a lot of students who gave their life to Christ because they heard a sermon that he preached. Anyway, his wife posted yesterday that he has really taken a turn for the worse. He's got COVID-19, and he had a heart attack apparently. He's on a ventilator, and I just thought we would pray for him before we got off here. Pray for his family. I know a lot of folks all over the country are, and I know you guys may know some people personally. I'm not at liberty to say, I don't want to violate anybody's privacy, but I know of one nursing home bound church member that I believe has COVID, and it's not good. So we're beginning to hit home for a lot of us. But anyway, I just thought we would end on praying for Stuart. Does anybody want to lead us in prayer for that? I mean, I can definitely do it, but I've prayed a lot today, and I'm sure God's tired of me. So if anybody else wants to pray,
No, sir, he is not. Excuse you.
All right, you're not the Holy Spirit.
Excuse me if that was rude. I didn't mean to come off as disrespectful. My bad.
All right, does anybody want to pray for Stuart tonight? Close us out.
I will.
I can. Oh.
No, it's okay. Why don't Hannah, you start, Mr. Steve will close us out, and then I'll make one quick announcement before we end the meeting.
That was Reese.
All right, Reese. I'm sorry.
You're
right,
good.
Reese. Start us off, Mr.
I
Steve.
start?
Yep.
Okay. Pray with me. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord Jesus, I just want to thank you for this day, and I just want to praise you for being such a mighty God, Lord, that I pray you just take care of Stuart and his family, Lord, that you heal him and you just give his family strength, Lord, that you'll just heal him in miraculous ways, Lord, that you'll get him off the ventilator and just have the doctors amazed at his healing. I believe you can do it in your power. I pray for his family and his wife and his children, Lord, you know, that they're a good family and their heart is set on you. And I just lift them up, and I believe in the power of prayer. And I believe you can work in miraculous ways. I pray you keep us safe, and you use this time in the world to just set our eyes on you and bring the lost back. In your heavenly name.
Dear Lord, as we just continue to follow in the words of Reese, Lord, we just lift Stuart and his family up to you, Lord. We just ask that you lay your healing hand on him, if it be thy will, Lord, that you can use him as an example of your mighty power, Lord. Also want to pray for others that do have this deadly virus that is going around, including church members that we have, Lord. Just lay your hand on them, give them peace and comfort, and heal them again, Lord, if it be thy will. Just be with our country and our leaders, Lord. Be with the world as a whole, Lord, as we go through this new experience, Lord, that hopefully will bring people closer as families and bring people closer to you as well, Lord. It's in your name that we pray. Amen.
Amen. Hey, everybody, before we go, 2 or 3 quick announcements. Tomorrow at 2:30 on our student ministry Instagram page, I'm going to be having a very short interview with Sydney Gear. If you don't know Sydney, she used to be Sydney Allen, grew up in our church and all. And she's down at New Orleans Baptist Theological Seminary studying, getting a ministry degree. And her husband, Robert, is a police officer in NOPD. And they're in the middle of one of the hot spots of the coronavirus. And many of you have already talked to them as well, some of you adults especially. But I thought it would be interesting to get a little bit of her perspective. and just to hear from her. And so we'll have a very short interview. If you're wanting to check it out, just be looking for that around 2:30 tomorrow on Instagram Live. You can watch it as we talk. You can comment and ask questions too. It's pretty interactive. You guys know all about that though on Instagram Live. A lot of you students do anyway. Anyway, that is tomorrow, and I know some of you are going to be like, oh no, but I've prayed about this, and if we were having normal services Sunday night, we would be off because it's Easter, and I've just really feel like I need a break. So we're not going to have. I'm not going to be hosting Zoom Sunday night. Sorry. So there will not be a Zoom Sunday night this week. But next Wednesday we'll be back. We'll have a lesson. It'll be a lot more. I'm learning and getting better and better at this. And then we'll get on Zoom. The biggest thing I need from you guys, and a lot of you've done this, is to get the word out. There's just a lot of students. There's some that don't want to Zoom. I get it. But there's some that just really don't know how, I guess. I'm getting several texts tonight from students that would have been on, and they just couldn't figure it out. And I'm going to try to help them. But, if you know people in your life group or your friends, really encourage them. I think if you send the same link, they'll get it, and they can get on next week, because I'll use the same thing. But anyway, I'll send it out over Remind. If they're on Remind, they'll get the link. But really, really encourage them about that.
Hey, Brandon, Kelly said she tried the link a couple of times and couldn't get it to connect.
Okay.
I don't know what that is, but anyway, I don't know if that's the experience of some others too or not.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, we've had a really good group tonight, but I know of several that they're texting me saying the same thing. So maybe if we could figure out what it was, screenshot or phone, because I know she's been on before, and I don't know why this time. It didn't give me the option of a password, which is weird, but I'll work on that on my end and make sure it's a little clear. Maybe there's something I could have done a little better on that. But y'all pray. I feel like I'm inventing the wheel, and it's just taking a while, but we've not got it going. And, I hope we can get back and actually meet soon, but we're kind of planning on it maybe a little bit. So MC's got her hand raised. I don't want to drag this out too long, but MC, what do you want to say before we go?
Okay, I'll make it super, super quick. But
Okay.
I just want to mention to everyone that, I've personally, during this quarantine, I've been really bored, and I've been, just kind of annoyed with the fact that I can't go see people and I can't do anything. And, I feel like everything around me is stopped. So I'm kind of upset about that. But I've also seen the Lord's hand move in ways I've never seen it move before. And it's not even related to the quarantine. Last night and sort of this morning, kind of 3 a.m, I had the most amazing experience with the Lord, because I decided that I was going to do my devotionals at 2 a.m. Don't know why, just decided to do that. So I did them last night, and I was just laying in bed, and I was just having this amazing experience with the Lord. And I just want to remind y'all that even though we're on this quarantine, that doesn't mean it's just time to distance from God too. Right. Because this is a time when He can work amazing ways. I can't even explain what happened to me last night. It was absolutely amazing, and I didn't want it to stop. But then I got really tired, so I went to sleep after I was done. But still, it was just an amazing experience. And I just want to remind y'all that the Lord can work through this time. You just keep your eyes fixed on Him. He's got this.
That's a good word. Good word to end on, MC. Appreciate you guys joining us. I want to give you guys a chance to tell everybody bye. But anyway, Grace for joining us tonight. I see you up there, Anna Grace. I don't know if you can hear me or not, but anyway, good that you came tonight. I see Kinley and a lot of others. I haven't called their name out. So anyway, tell everybody bye, and I'll end the meeting here in about 30 seconds or so. So thanks.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Jesus got the Lysol.
Bye-bye.
Can't give you coronavirus. Just saying.
Bye.
Pray for
Bye.
Stuart. Bye.
Bye.
Good night, John Boy. Older people will get it.
It's the purge.
Oh my.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave.